And how will Trump address other thorny issues, like the regime's deplorable human rights record? Trump did commit to not imposing any additional sanctions while talks are underway. Is North Korea serious about giving up its nuclear arsenal? Is Trump prepared to lift sanctions as a show of good faith to make that happen? Would U.S. troops remain on the Korean peninsula? Everybody plays games, he told reporters then. You know that better than anybody, but that unread letter from Kim also symbolizes the unanswered questions about the June 12 summit in Singapore. For position. After backing out of the summit just 8 days ago, sending his own letter to Kim citing tremendous anger and open hostility, Trump suggested that the cancellation was just part of a jockeying. Keeping the world in the dark about his negotiating strategy is a fundamental part of his style of diplomacy, a high-stakes game where Trump alone knows what cards he holds. And it is gamesmanship, folks, Trump joked as he turned back to the Oval Office, ostensibly to finally read the letter he'd talked so much about. For Trump, the moment was a typical display of Trump showmanship, even on life-or-death matters of preventing nuclear war. I may be in for a big surprise. I haven't seen the letter yet. I purposely didn't open the letter. Would you want me to open it? Trump asked Kim. You can read it later, Kim said, according to Trump, pointing to reporters as if they were bidders on a not-to-be-missed piece of diplomatic memorabilia. But then, minutes later, he conceded that he himself had not read it. Maybe fairly soon. He pretended to auction off the letter. How much? How much? How much? He said. I think you're going to have a very positive result in the end, not from one meeting, and certainly not from one letter. It's a process, the president said. I've never said it happens in one meeting, he added, which has technically been in a state of prolonged ceasefire since 1953. But he also sought to lower expectations that any of that can be accomplished in a single summit. And he said he'd like to see a day when he can lift them entirely. And he said he'd like to facilitate a formal peace treaty to end the Korean War.